Hi, I'm Emily. We're Group 23, and today we're going to be discussing the topic of personal informatics. So, what is personal informatics? Personal informatics is a way for people to collect personal information that would then be used for self reflection and self monitoring. With personal informatics, such as self tracking for health and fitness purposes, people are able to better understand themselves by being able to better analyze one's behaviors and thoughts. So, how can we use personal informatics to improve our lives? Well, for one, using personal informatics could help people better monitor their health conditions and stay healthier. Some examples of this can be seen in apps that track one's sleep, diet, or exercise on a day to day basis. Through better tracking of one's life and reflection, people can become more self aware and take better action to improve one's lifestyle. With the advantages of personal informatics come some issues and barriers. One barrier to personal informatics, however, is the need for technology to use personal informatics as a tool. Many personal informatics tools need a smartphone to work. Even though most people have technology, one major age group that may have the least access of technology are the elderly. Personal informatics in health can help detect and diagnose any health problems that may arise, and figuring out a way for the elderly who may not have access to the technology can then greatly help decrease the number of deaths caused by poor health.
Hi, Danny here. One large concern about personal informatics is privacy and the usage of collected statistics as data. Though personal informatics are extremely useful to us in our own lives, they are also extremely useful to corporations such as insurance firms or advertising companies, both of which have potential access to information you have stored in any personal informatics app you have used. Things such as end-user license agreements or privacy policies are things often brushed aside by consumers, but many times this ignorance allows app developers free rein to sell your data. The HIPAA agreement does not apply to devices, data collected from such devices, or app developers. The thing is, this collection and selling of personal data is perfectly legal within US law and all current FTC regulations. As long as the data they are collecting and selling is disclosed in the terms of service, there are no legal repercussions on the company's end. Therefore, the solution is for the end user to be aware of what they are using and have personal accountability for what information they are comfortable with being sold. Personally, I do not mind if my information gets sold and feel that it has been the norm for a long time now. However, I believe that the app developers should be transparent and users should be responsible and know that their information may be sold to third parties. I use primarily one app to follow a program and record my gym progress.
Learned about personal informatics. Here's what it looks like in real life. I personally use the app Flow to track my menstrual period. And since I do have an iPhone and reliable Wi Fi, it isn't much of an issue for me when it comes to accessibility. Now, Float allows me to track when my period starts and ends, and I self monitor that in order to keep track of my health because I know that if I skip my period, then it may be due to the fact that I've been overly stressed or sick. It tells me that I should take better care of my health and I can act accordingly. I'm also able to track trends in my symptoms like cramps, so I know when to expect my period. I've learned how to listen to my body and listen to how it feels in order to anticipate when a period's coming. It also gives me suggestions as to how to cope with these symptoms. Like if I track cramps, then it tells me how to cope with that, etc. An issue that we've also addressed earlier is privacy when it comes to health apps and personal informatics. And since the app claims it does use my data, it also is very transparent in saying that it's used to enhance user experience. It also says that it's only collected with my consent and that I can opt out of data collection whenever I want. It's completely up to me whether or not I keep track of whether or not they use my data because I can always opt out and I can always read the privacy policy if needed.
Hi, this is Marina. And finally, after getting to know more about personal informatics, how to use it, its advantages, its barriers, and its privacy issues, let's sum up by talking about the importance of personal informatics and how it would change lives. So, personal informatics allow people to collect and review personally relevant information about their healthcare condition and how they would deal with it. It provides people with actionable, data-driven self-insight to help them to change and improve their behavioral patterns for the better. Personal informatics also stresses the importance of self-awareness and self-knowledge in collecting personal data. We concluded that tracking personal informatics is needed to investigate and put more effort on self-improvement, also providing a set of recommendations for our healthcare condition in the future. Hope you had enjoyed, and thanks for watching.